I'm sure by now you've seen the headlines. Fallout 5 is greenlit by Bethesda. Hooray! More Fallout coming soon. Well, yes and no. The yes being yes and the no being, well, no, we're still several years away. The interesting thing, though, is the news we've been getting as of late. Primarily, other Fallout projects, and more specifically, that ZeniMax dropped their own MMO project Blackbird to shift their focus to supporting the development of Fallout 5. Here's where this all gets weird, though. First of all, we have reports from VGC journalist Jordan Middler that multiple different Fallout projects are currently being worked on at Bethesda. Like I said in my video talking about this, unless it's Fallout Shelter Online, I don't care. Now, however, we're hearing that ZeniMax is going to help with supporting development of Fallout 5 specifically because Bethesda is focused on making DLCs for Starfield and working on Elder Scrolls 6. Here's why that's a bad thing. 3 years ago, Kotaku released an article discussing multiple former employees putting forth the argument that following the success of Elder Scrolls Online, ZeniMax overworked the team working on Fallout 76, having put Todd Howard in charge of the project while his attention was focused primarily on Starfield. In a nutshell, poor management strategy on ZeniMax's part. But most articles talking about ZeniMax's involvement with Fallout 5 detail it as support for the game, meaning that the studio's role could most likely be providing resources and manpower to work on projects that Bethesda had already laid out workflows for, meaning that overall development of the game is still in the hands of Bethesda. However, as was argued in the Kotaku article, ZeniMax's poor management strategies was what led to Fallout 76 flopping as hard as it did when it was first released. So even if it's in a support position, many would argue that ZeniMax being involved at all is a recipe for disaster, especially when ZeniMax's online studio has only ever worked on 3 games, with only one of them being a single-player game, and the scope of their involvement seemingly being support. Be that as it may, ZeniMax Media and Bethesda Studio are both owned by Microsoft to make games for the Xbox, meaning that larger structural control ultimately lands in their hands, not with ZeniMax. While ZeniMax is still technically Bethesda's parent company, it's likely that development of management and resources and employees will be more structurally sound under Microsoft supervision. As I said before, this means that Bethesda is continuing to support Starfield with DLC releases, and the rest of the team is most likely focused on releasing Elder Scrolls 6. Most likely meaning that after launch, the majority of the team will shift over to Fallout 5, with some staying behind to focus on Elder Scrolls 6's Year 1 DLC rollout. This all means that we'll be getting Fallout 5 sooner than expected, but still not anytime soon. With ZeniMax being once again involved, let's hope that expedited workflow doesn't translate to a lack of quality control. After the disastrous launch of Fallout 76, a mainline flop might just spell the end of the franchise under Bethesda's control. Like and follow for more, check out @FollowRotoshi on all other socials and join us on YouTube or Twitch for our live stream at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.